Menu narration option is set to off.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. To it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Mississippi State's offense takes the field. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like copping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively.
Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
With the catch, it's Allen. Bounced off his feet. Mississippi State going up tempo. Got his man out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down. The defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football.
He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. Touchdown, LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. Yeah, that seems about right. Defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it. Maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Tight end now in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up?
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this guy just stays on a roll. He's been getting to quarterbacks and making life really, really hard. He had 3 sacks a week ago, 1 already in this ball game. You better know where he is at on every single snap.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the toss. Got the 1st down and more. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Coming out with it, it's Tyreek. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's got it. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll leave it with him. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires deep on the run. Brings it down on the right side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He gets a block. Touchdown, Tiger! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The sure hands, it's Allen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Nestles it in at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Handoff from the gun. Creates a little room.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, he'll throw it. Working that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
The defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Bringing the heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Give to the running back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
With the catch, it's Green. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not
turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tyreek. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Running into the open space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Tackle is made.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Western Michigan rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 20. He's at touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Running to Green.
Returner is tackled down at the 36, and your LSU Tigers will take over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got it in the middle. It's Rivers. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The chunk plays. Takes it all the way down to the 10.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, LSU! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game.
And he's going to go down at the 1.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
The give to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch right at the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Plows through the defense. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stokes. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. And he can't make the connection on his 1st attempt.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up.
absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep end.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows it.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the team.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Snagged out of the air. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something.
He's loose. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will open from the 15. Back to pass, it's Westbrook. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
Looking to throw, it's Browning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The give to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. He's going for a big play downfield. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate